Hey everyone, this is Anthony DiClementi, and I want to welcome you to this live training on rapid fat loss. But first, before we get started, I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So if you can hear me all right, pull up the questions box and just give me a yes, Anthony, we can hear you. I want to make sure the audio is working. I've been putting together this presentation. I was up till 4:30 in the morning last night, and then just putting the finishing touches on it now, getting it ready for you guys. And I want to make sure the audio is working and everybody can hear me and everything's good. All right, great. Ralph says yes. Anthony, we can hear you. Tammy says yes. There we go. All right, awesome. Cool. So I'm really excited to be here, and I appreciate you guys coming on. In today's presentation, we're going to cover some information that's going to help you lose at least 10 pounds or more of unwanted fat and keep it off for good. And this is specifically for people, men and women over the age of 30 that have struggled with programs that are either too hard to stick to, programs that don't work, and you're looking for the right information, you're motivated, you're ready to make this change in your life, and you need guidance, and you need to know that what you're going to implement is going to get results. So what we've done is we've put together some information to really separate fact from fiction and help you guys get the results that you're looking for, and I'm really excited to share it with you, so let's dive right into it. I've got a gift for you at the end of this presentation. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to be sharing my three favorite natural supplements that fire up your metabolism. So if you feel like your metabolism is maybe getting a little bit slower as you age, as many of us do, these supplements are going to help you fire up your metabolism, burn more fat, and increase your resting metabolic rate so that you're burning fat even while you're in a resting state. I'm going to show you how to get thicker, more beautiful hair, skin, and nails, how to burn fat and build rock-solid lean muscle at the same time, and a scientifically proven way to effortlessly increase your body's most natural anti-aging hormone, most powerful anti-aging hormone, by 1,300% in women and 2,000% in men. And this is based on some new scientific research that's come out within the past 24 months. So grab a pen and paper. We've got a lot of good information to share, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So I want you guys to be ready to capitalize on it and put this stuff into action right away. If you can, put your phone away, shut down Facebook, email, all that stuff, because we're going to cover a lot in a short amount of time. I'm excited. Okay, so first, before I can help you guys get to where you want to go, we have to first get really clear about where you are right now. So we've got two sets of pictures here. Men are on the left, women are on the right. And what I'd like you to do is take a look at the pictures and then identify where you're at right now. These pictures represent different body fat percentages. And although body fat isn't the only metric of health and a good body, there's a lot more to it. It is something that is tangible and easy to measure. So right now, looking at the pictures, I'd like you to find out where you are and write it down on a sheet of paper. And if you're cool, share it in the questions box. I'd like to see where everybody's at. Mary says 40%. John says 30%. Luke says 26%. Lewis says 30 to 35%. Billy says 50%. Adriana says 40%. Okay, awesome. So now, where do you want to be? So implementing the stuff that I'm going to teach you today, I'd like you to decide where you would like to be 60 days from now. So if you had information that you knew was going to work and you could create change in your body, where do you want to be? And then once you've got that, scratch out the previous number and write down the new number. So put a big old X through the number that you just wrote down, write down your new number and put a circle around it. And if you're cool with it, share it in the questions box. I'd like to see. All right, so Denise says, I'm 45 and I would like to be 25. Lewis says 15. Juan says 9. Adriana says 30. Billy says 35. Okay, cool. So I am going to help get you guys there. So what's the secret to rapid fat loss, and not just getting the weight off, but getting it off and keeping it off long term? So here's a hint. It's probably not just diet and exercise, or at least it wasn't for me. When I first got into health and fitness, we were working with clients and we were focusing almost exclusively on nutrition and exercise, as most programs do. And we got some pretty good results, but there were people that, for whatever reason, would lose some weight and then they'd hit a plateau, or they would lose weight and then they would always seem to gain the weight back. And then we had some other people that just, we couldn't get the same type of results for them that we got for everybody else. And I went through a bit of a health crisis myself. It wasn't a bit of a health crisis. It was a pretty serious health crisis. And that journey, I'll explain how that modified our approach and completely changed the way that we now help people lose weight, and why there's a lot more to this process than just diet and exercise. And it wasn't just that wasn't the issue for me, and it's probably more than just those two components for you. So I'd like to ask you something. Do you lose weight and then find yourself gaining it right back a few weeks or even a few months later? And if you resonate with any of these things, give me a yes in the question box and let me know. Do you feel like your body is aging too fast? Are you diet resistant? Have you tried diets in the past and they've either worked for a little bit or not worked at all, or you've had other people get better results on the same exact diet than you? Do you experience stomach or digestive trouble, perhaps gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, feeling off after eating certain foods, bloating or swollen, edema, swelling in the ankles and the feet, brain fog, mood swings, anxiety and stress, acne or rashes, body aches, pains, poor sleep, insomnia, low energy and fatigue? Any of those things can be signs that your body is unwell. You're dealing with issues that go beyond diet and exercise, and you need to address those issues if you want to lose weight as fast and effectively as possible. And then most importantly, if you want to be able to keep that weight off long term. So why you should listen to me. A little bit of my background, the credential side of thing we'll get into in a second, but I'm a human guinea pig, a body transformation expert, an extreme biohacker, and as many of my clients say, the answer to your prayers. I'm also a certified nutrition specialist, NCSF certified personal trainer, and I've been regarded as a world-class expert in nutrition, physiology, and functional medicine. I've taught this stuff at Fortune 500 companies and helped thousands of people all over the world. And I specialize in helping people that are over the age of 30 and have struggled with their weight in the past, and many people feel like they have tried everything when they come to us. I also work with world-class athletes, models, physique competitors, corporations, and soccer moms, and these are all actual clients that we've worked with. And I've become a bit of a health and fitness expert to the health and fitness experts. Many top authors and corporations have me run their coaching programs, so when people invest in a nutrition program or a book and they need more customized help, when they have health issues that go beyond diet and exercise, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of times these experts have their clients come to me so that I can coach them one-on-one and help work through their unique situations, because oftentimes customization is exactly what these people need in order to get results. It's not another cookie cutter diet program where we're trying to fit a square peg into the round hole. It's putting together a program that is custom built for them to help them get through those sticking points and really finally get the results that they're after. And on top of that, I've helped many of these health and fitness experts themselves with their own health issues and struggles because of the knowledge that I have acquired with my background and going through my own health crisis. So my mission, just a little bit about me so you guys understand, is to eradicate obesity and uplift humanity by empowering 100 million people to live happier and healthier lives. And I have a particular soft spot for childhood obesity, and that's a big mission of mine that I would like to tackle in the near future. Now, I know 100 million people may sound like a huge number, but I was on YouTube the other day, and this Justin Bieber music video has 1.1 billion views. So that's 11 times our 100 million goal, which makes it seem a lot more achievable, especially if we're all in this together and we're all inspiring other people and being that beacon of hope, showing folks that no matter how much you've struggled with this in the past, it's not your fault. There's more elements to the equation than you're aware of, and you can change your body if you just have the right information and know what to do. So after doing this for 10 plus years, I've discovered the hard way, and the good news is you get to cheat and get it the easy way. So real quick, here are 11 signs that you may not be as healthy as you think you are. And if you're experiencing any of these, just give me a yes in the questions box so I can see what you've got going on and so I can custom tailor this presentation to the specific issues that we're all experiencing. You drag throughout the day, you sleep poorly, you snore consistently, you can't drag yourself out of bed in the mornings, you injure yourself frequently, normal physical exertion leaves you winded, you can run a marathon but you struggle with pull-ups, you have a low or no libido, you have acne, you have dark circles under your eyes, or you have sudden intolerances and sensitivities to foods. So I'm seeing a bunch of yeses coming in, and if you're experiencing any of those symptoms, again, these are signs that there is more going on, and the answer is not just to push harder. It's not just to get more strict with your diet and to exercise harder and get involved in some of these crazy extreme workout routines. It's to fix the underlying cause of your issues. And when you do that, when you bring the body back into balance, the weight comes off faster and easier than ever before. So here's what's going on. We're getting fatter and we're aging faster than normal. Why is this happening? Basically, right now, we've got 2/3 of the United States population is overweight and obese, compared to just 37% of the world. And when we look at children, 29% of kids in the U.S. are overweight or obese, compared to just 14% worldwide. Now, there's a lot of factors that are contributing to this, but some of the big ones deal with the fact that 70% of calories in the American diet now come from just 5 foods. Only 5 foods make up 70% of our diet, and that's flour, sugar, industrial seed oils, commercial dairy products, and alcohol. So we're not seeing an epidemic of disease because people are eating too many bananas or sweet potatoes, some of those carbohydrates that are being blamed for everything. We're experiencing epidemic levels of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer because people are eating junk. And we're eating foods that we think are healthy, but they're not. And that's the problem. It's oftentimes not necessarily what we don't know that's holding us back. It's what we think we know that is false. So a lot of clients that come into our programs, they've spent weeks, months, years searching the internet for information, bouncing from program to program without success. And oftentimes they go on these research binges where they're reading blog posts and articles for hours on end, and at the end of it all, they're more confused than before they even began. If any of you can relate to that, let me know. So what seems to be holding people back is not this lack of information. What's holding people back is the wrong information. It's information that we think is true that's just incorrect. It's foods that we've assumed to be healthy that we're putting in our body every day that are making us fat. And we'll get into that a little bit more in just a minute. So you still have your goal and that percentage of where you want to be. You've crossed out your old number. You've circled your new number. In the past 3 months, I've helped hundreds of people hit their number, and we've done it in a way that's fun, it's easy to do, and it's sustainable so that you can keep that weight off long term. So here's the hard way. There's an easy way and a hard way to diet. The hard way, you cut out all carbs. You go with the Atkins-style diets. You have your cheat days where you're basically starving yourself for 6 days, eating perfect, and then you go nuts 1 day a week, gorging yourself on all sorts of junk food. And then oftentimes that sets off these spirals of more cheating and more binging. It derails us from our program, and it causes inflammation in the body. And we're spending 2 or 3 days getting results. Then we have our cheat day. Then we inflame our body. We cause these immunogenic and allergenic responses. And then it takes another 3 or 4 days just to get out of the damage that we've done to ourselves. Then we burn fat for 2 or 3 days, and we do it all over again. And we have another cheat day, and the cycle just repeats itself. You're counting calories. Basically, you've got MyFitnessPal out. You're counting everything, being diligent. Do you even know if you're counting the right calories? Do you know if your targets of what you're trying to hit are correct? One of the main calculations in MyFitnessPal is wrong and throws everybody off that comes into our program, and we fix that, and oftentimes that little change alone gets them the type of results that they've been looking for. Doing lots of little meals throughout the day where you're trying to eat 3, 4, 5, 6, even 7 times a day every 2 to 3 hours. oftentimes what happens is when people get on those programs, they end up missing meals, or they end up trying to just grab something in order to put some food in their body, but then they end up eating stuff that they know isn't good for them. And if you can relate to that, yeah, just give me a yes. So whenever I'm saying anything that, like, I see some of you guys throwing yeses in the question box, and I love it. Like, I love having that interaction where I know that something I'm saying you resonate with, because then I can tweak our approach and speak more to you. So I love it. Keep the interaction going. And then starvation diets, of course, where, you know, we're trying to create. We know that the basic equation is, if I create an energy deficit, if I take in less calories than I burn, I'm going to lose weight, right? Well, as you'll see in just a second, that's not necessarily the case. And in fact, eating too little can actually make you more fat than eating too much. And we'll go into more detail on that and share some scientific studies to support these claims. So who here would rather have it the easy way? If you'd rather have it the easy way, and you've struggled with some of these things in the past, if you've struggled with cheat days and trying to eat 5-6 meals a day every 2 to 3 hours, if you've struggled with these starvation diets, give me a yes, let me know, and let's get into the good stuff, huh? Lewis says yes. Adriana says yes. Mary says yes. Lucy says yes. Candida says yes. Hap says yes. All right, awesome. So here are the 3 secrets. Secret number 1, there are hidden issues outside of diet and exercise that are holding you back. And I'm going to some specific case studies and examples that you can learn from and apply to your own life. Secret number 2, eating too little food is even worse than eating too much food. And I'll explain some of the scientific research behind this and how you can counteract that. Because, of course, if we eat too much food, we're just going to get fat. So where's that sweet spot? How do we know how much is the right amount for you? And secret number 3 is the free app on your phone that will make pounds melt and stay away for good. So who wants to learn about a free app on your phone that will make pounds melt off and stay away for good? Ricardo says yes. Luke says yes. Lewis says yes. Candida says yes. Yeah, you guys are going to love this. This is really cool. All right, so let's dive into secret number 1. There are hidden issues outside of diet and exercise that are holding you back. So my issue, as I mentioned, I went through a health crisis of my own. I was a trainer and a certified nutrition specialist, and I started experiencing some really weird health issues. I was tired all the time. I would sleep 7, 8, 9 hours a night, even more, sometimes 10 and 11 hours, and I would still wake up tired. If you guys have ever slept like 8, 9, 10 hours and woke up tired, it's a terrible feeling. You're like, what is wrong with me? I'm sleeping way more than anybody else I know, and I'm still tired. But then it got worse. I was achy. My body hurt all the time. My joints were sore. I felt like I had arthritis. I became depressed. I lost my sex drive. Over the course of a year, I saw about 12 different doctors and spent over $100,000 getting different tests done, trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And then eventually, once I did finally figure out what was wrong with me, getting myself better. It was an expensive process, to say the least. And it took about 2 years of my life. So my issue ended up being a hidden infection. And there are a number of these different types of hidden infections. Mine happened to be Lyme disease. And now, I'm not saying you guys have Lyme disease. Whoop. Sorry about that. I've got whoop. That is the coaching application going off. Sorry about that. Should have put it on silent. So my issue happened to be Lyme disease, but you guys probably don't have Lyme disease. And we'll go into some of the other things that we see a lot with our clients. So this was Lauren's case. Lauren was struggling to get rid of those last 10 pounds. She was in okay shape, but as she got older, she started developing some adipose tissue, some fat in areas of her body that she hadn't had it before, and it was getting harder and harder for her to get rid of it. She was getting more strict with her diet. She was working out more, but the fat continued to accumulate. She was also experiencing pains and aches and tightness and stiffness. She had some symptoms of early fibromyalgia, which is like muscle soreness and tightness and aches. Just to simplify it for the people that aren't familiar with fibromyalgia. And she also had brain fog and difficulty concentrating. Like she would have a lot of trouble, especially in the afternoons at work, keeping herself mentally clear and focused. So what we did with Lauren is we improved her mitochondrial function. We helped her body become more efficient at producing energy. And we addressed some genetic variations that made her more susceptible to low ATP. and some deficiencies in B vitamins like B12, folate, and some others that we see in particular with clients that have her specific genetic variation. And now today in her 40s, she's in the best shape of her life. She looks awesome. She's working out and doing exercises and has an energy level that she's never had before in her life. And this is in her 40s. So that's pretty cool. I mean, can you guys imagine? I don't know where everybody's at here, like in terms of how old you are. I would imagine most people that are on here are between 30 and 55. But can you imagine being in the best shape of your life in your 40s? You're approaching your 5th decade on this planet, and you're feeling better than you've ever felt before. You're looking better than you've ever felt before, and coming from a place where you were sore, you were experiencing aches and pains, brain fog, all of that stuff. So pretty awesome, right? All right, Ellen's issue. Ellen was, she was 59 when we started working together, so approaching her 60th birthday. She had hypothyroidism, which is slow thyroid, sluggish thyroid, and she was experiencing symptoms from menopause. After menopause, she had really struggled with her weight, and it had gone from bad to worse. What we found was that Ellen was on the wrong medications for her. We added some natural supplements to support her thyroid and her hormonal health. We changed those medications with her doctor's approval. And then within just days of these changes, she had more energy and she'd lost weight, which hadn't happened in years. She called me so excited that she'd lost 2 pounds because that was her weight had only gone one direction for almost a decade. And so just seeing a 2-pound drop in those first couple days was like the greatest thing she'd ever seen, and she was so excited. So that was pretty awesome. And what else did we do with Ellen? So she continues to improve today. Oh yeah, when Ellen came to us, this was pretty funny. She was eating nothing but vegetables. So she had cut everything out of her diet except vegetables because she was like, if I eat nothing but vegetables, I can't possibly continue to get fat. But she was still gaining weight. So that's why there's oftentimes a lot more to the situation than just diet and exercise. Here was Kathleen's issue. Kathleen struggled with, does anyone here struggle with cravings, like unwanted cravings for sugar and sweets? And you feel like you're really determined and focused, but these cravings just keep derailing your program and causing you setbacks? Yeah, I'm seeing Adriana says yes. Mark says yes. Luke says yes. Yep. So Kathleen struggled with cravings for sugar and sweets. She experienced gas, bloating, constipation. What we did with Kathleen was, and what a lot of people do in this situation, when they realize they have digestive issues, and give me a yes if you've done this before, first thing they do is they go out and they buy a probiotic. They start taking a probiotic, and what happens? Pretty much nothing. For most people, nothing happens. And that's because many probiotics are ineffective. Out of all the probiotics on the market, we now use 2. And we don't work with any supplement companies because I want zero financial incentives to recommend supplements. I want to recommend what works to our clients. And we only use 2 probiotics because most of them don't do anything. They don't do any good. And if you're dealing with gut dysbiosis and digestive issues, depending on what the specific circumstances are, oftentimes more is needed. And that was the case with Kathleen. So what we did was we healed her gut with natural antimicrobials and herbal botanicals in addition to specific compounds to improve her intestinal integrity. So to take the lining of her gut, and what happens with many people is when we're eating immunogenic and allergenic foods that cause these low-level food sensitivities and allergic reactions in the body, it can create holes in our gut, in our intestinal lining. And these holes allow undigested food particles into your bloodstream, and then your body sees these particles as foreign objects, and it launches an attack, and oftentimes that attack includes your own tissue, and that can cause joint pain, inflammation, Hashimoto's, which is a form of an autoimmune disease that attacks the thyroid, and all sorts of other unwanted conditions that in the end lead to weight gain and stubborn fat. Kathleen was able to lose a whole bunch of weight. She had been training 2 times a day just to maintain her weight. Like, her situation was so bad, she was training before work and after work, doing some of those really extreme CrossFit style workouts, and that was what she needed to do just to maintain because of how bad her situation was with her gut. And once we fixed her gut, she felt more confident, she had more self-control, the weight naturally came off, she was able to start doing much more enjoyable and sustainable types of exercise that didn't run her into the ground, where she actually had energy to do other things. She didn't feel like she needed to go pass out after her workouts. And now she's as toned and in shape as she was in college. And she was a Division I swimmer, so that's saying a lot. Woody's issue, he wanted to build lean muscle while burning fat at the same time. His testosterone was a little bit low. We built him a customized nutrition, body recomposition, strength and conditioning program. We helped get his natural testosterone levels back up. And as you can see in the picture, that's him and one of his girlfriends, his girlfriend. And at 34, he's in amazing shape with six-pack abs. So Woody wanted to maintain a lean body, but still have muscle and definition. So that's what we did with him. A lot of times our clients, they're not looking to become bodybuilders, and that's not really the type of training that I recommend. I help people to maintain lean muscle so you get more of that like fitness model look, so that you're toned and you have definition, but you're healthy and you're not too big and bulky. Emmy's issue, she carried weight in her hips and thighs and butt. What was going on with her is she found that her metabolism was slowing down as she approached 30. So she was eating foods that she thought were healthy, but they were actually keeping her from losing weight. So when we really dug into her diet and took a look at the foods she was eating, a lot of them were like these quote-unquote health foods, but they were the very foods that were keeping her from making progress. So we sped up her metabolism. We helped her get rid of some unwanted fat in her trouble spots, the hips, the thighs, and the butt, and we toned and tightened her entire body. And that was Emmy a few weeks ago. She's getting ready for a natural competition out in Vegas, where she is representing France. So she looks a lot better than that right now too, and she looks pretty good there. Oh, and then here is Nate, who had struggled with low energy and fatigue. Let's see if I can get this working for you. Well, maybe. Maybe not. There we go.
Hey, Anthony. Just wanted to send you a quick video just to say thank you. The advice and just tweaking, not really tweaking, more revamping of my diet has just basically been revolutionary. Before I was on the program, I was tired. I had no energy to do anything. Basically work a full day of work and come home and just fall asleep on the couch. That was my life pretty much. Friends, family would invite me over, didn't want to go, but after contacting you and just allowing you to give me suggestions on what I should be eating, what I should not be eating, supplements I should be taking. Within the first 7 days, I felt amazing. I was actually really surprised that I would feel so good after just a short period of time. And now it's been about 4 weeks, about 5 weeks, and still energy levels are just continuing to be high. I'm a lot happier and just feeling good all the time. So once again, thank you. Yeah.
All right. So how awesome is that? Can you imagine the way that Nate felt? Can you imagine feeling like every morning you're exhausted, you want to get in better shape, you put in a long day at the office, you come home and you have no energy to do anything else but pass out on the couch. And then in a matter of days, having that completely turn around, like, can you imagine how great that would be and how much different your life would be, how much easier it would be to get in shape when you have that energy? And that's what this is all about. It's not just about looking good, but if you want to look really good, I'll help you look really good. It's about feeling good too and having the energy to enjoy your life and like get off the sidelines, get into the game of life. All right, so secret number 2, eating too little food is even worse than eating too much. So here's how they say to do it. And we touched on this earlier. You starve yourself for 6 days, or you eat really good for 6 days, and then on the 7th day, you have a quote-unquote cheat day, and you binge and you gorge on all sorts of junk food, all the stuff that you wanted to eat the entire week. And because you keep it in this small window, it's supposed to not have as detrimental of an effect and not impact your weight. Well, as many of us have probably experienced, that's not really the case. These cheat days can set us back for a matter of days. They can derail us from our programs and set us off on these downward spirals of binging on all sorts of other junk foods, and not to mention the damage that they're doing to our bodies on a cellular level, and the inflammation that they're causing, and the immunogenic and allergenic responses that our body is having as a result of these foods. So this study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that increased food intake results in lower body fat and improved leptin sensitivity. Leptin is a hormone in the body that is responsible for hunger, how hungry you feel, and it's responsible for fat storage. And by eating more food, this study found that participants lowered their body fat percentage and improved their leptin sensitivity. So they felt less hungry, which makes sense. They felt more satiated after meals, and they were able to burn more fat. This study from the New England Journal of Medicine found that lower caloric intake slows down your metabolism. So if you consciously reduce the number of calories that you eat, your body responds by lowering your metabolism to match your reduced intake. So as you purposefully eat less calories, your body finds ways to use less calories, all while ramping up the hormones that raise your appetite, drive you to eat more at every meal, and regain the fat you've lost. So that's why a lot of times when we're on these diets, we come home at the end of the day and we're exhausted. We don't even have the energy to work out. And I'll show you a study that confirms that as well. So here's the right way to do it. You need to eat within your customized calorie window. You need to make sure that you're eating the right amount of food. And we all have this sweet spot. It's not eating too little, where you're triggering your body's natural starvation response, and it's not eating too much, where you're failing to create the energy deficit necessary to lose weight. We've got this window where if you're within that window, you're eating the right amount to sustainably burn fat long term. And then I'll show you how to spike your calories one day a week with the right types of food so that you can keep those hormones from slowing down. Step number 2, you want to eat the right types of fat-burning foods. So this is your food selection, and that is you want to focus on food quality and eating natural foods the way that they exist on Earth. And I'll share with you the specific types of foods, and oftentimes when people first start trying to lose weight, they make the mistake of eating foods that would work well for someone that is close to their ideal body weight, but when we have insulin, blood sugar, metabolic issues, and we start off eating a whole bunch of, say, fruit, for example, it can cause a whole bunch of problems. And there's a number of foods like that where it's important to know when you can eat those foods and when you shouldn't eat those foods if you want to burn the most fat. And that's what brings us to step number 3. You need to eat these foods at the right times and in the right combinations, because how you combine your carbohydrates, how you combine your fats and your proteins does matter, and it matters substantially when it comes to fat loss. So our bodies adapt to what we feed them. So it is possible to practically starve yourself and just stay fat. I've actually had some clients that admitted when they used to use MyFitnessPal as a game to see how low of a score they could get, which is basically how little they could eat in a day because they were trying to lose weight. And they found pretty quickly that's an ineffective strategy. So hopefully none of you guys have done that. But yeah. So did you know that your body will actually improve its metabolic efficiency during periods of decreased calories? Meaning your body will actually extract more calories from food if it thinks you're starving. So the same person eating the same plate of food may extract and absorb 800 calories if they've been following a traditional diet, yet only 500 calories if their hormones and metabolism are kept happy and healthy the way that I teach you how to do it. So on a traditional diet, your body will adapt by making you hungrier, lowering your energy expenditure, decreasing your metabolic rate, and suppressing your most critical fat-burning hormones. Worse yet, as many of us have experienced, it will run your energy into the gutter and you'll end up less physically active as a result. And here's a study that confirms that. This study shows that caloric restriction results in metabolic adaptation and decreased physical activity, which is just some fancy language meaning that as we eat less, our body responds and changes, and therefore by decreasing our energy production, we become less physically active. We're more tired and we're not able to engage in the same level of physical activity. So it's this double-edged sword. We know we need to eat less to lose weight, but as soon as we eat less, it's very difficult for us to exercise. And that's because most of us are not eating within our calorie window. We're eating too little or too much. So here's what to do instead. I mentioned you want to eat within your calorie window about 5 or 6 days a week, and then 1 day a week, depending on where you're at and your unique situation. You want to do what I call strategic feasting, which is you increase your calories eating the right types of food. This isn't like Oreos and fried Snickers bars. You do get to enjoy some of your favorite foods, and I'll teach you how to do that with it having the least impact on your weight. And I'll also teach you, if you really want to have the fastest results possible, what are the best foods to feast on during your strategic feasting that will help reset your hormones and position you to burn the most fat the following 6 days and not set you back by causing inflammation in the body or causing low-level autoimmune responses or allergic responses. So this study shows that strategic feasting with the right foods builds calorie-burning lean muscle. So a recent study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that when you overeat while on a diet low in certain foods, you store bad fat around your organs, including the liver, kidneys, and pancreas. But if you overeat while on a diet high in the right types of foods, you add lean muscle and you increase your resting metabolic rate. And since muscle burns 7 times more calories than fat, that's a good thing. So the bottom line, there is a better way. Starvation is not required. You still get to eat many of your favorite foods every single week. You still get to have these days where you're eating as much food as you want, and it actually helps to make your fat loss sustainable long-term and permanent. And not all calories are created equal. It really does matter where your calories are coming from and whether they're acellular or, I don't want to get into too much of that, but you get the idea. So how much should you eat to burn fat? Using advanced strategies from elite athletics, professional bodybuilders, and medical doctors, I can calculate your exact calorie sweet spot. And I can show you how many grams of protein, carbohydrates, and fiber you should eat to burn fat without losing calorie-burning lean muscle. Because that's the idea, right? We want to maintain that lean muscle because having lean muscle helps us burn more calories at a rested state, but we also want to burn the fat so that we have that nice tone-defined body. Secret number 3, and this is the one a lot of you guys have been waiting for, the free app on your phone that will make pounds melt and stay away. How many of you guys are excited for this one? Been waiting for it? Yes, yes, yes. All right, bunch of yeses coming in. Adriana, yes. Mark, yes. Awesome. All right. So step number 1, and this is important. Take pictures of everything you put in your mouth. Use your smartphone as a tool to help you lose weight. And there are a number of reasons for this, not the least of which is that many of us, myself included, occasionally fall victim to mindless eating, where we find, have you ever grabbed like a bag of potato chips or nuts or something along those lines and you're watching TV and you're throwing back a couple handfuls, next thing you know you look down and the whole bag is gone. You don't even realize what's happened. That is mindless eating. It's something we engage in quite often. When you adopt this behavior of just pulling out your phone and snapping a quick picture of the food you eat, it brings more awareness to the process of eating. You become more conscious of what you're putting into your body. And this is something that I do with all of my one-on-one clients, and I'll explain how we build on it and how this app ties in to this process in just a second. But if you're going to invest 20 seconds in something that's going to help you lose weight, it's this. Every time you eat, make eating food your trigger activity. So whenever you want to build a new habit, it's important to have a trigger activity, which is something that you're already doing on a daily basis. So for example, in this case, your trigger activity is eating. Whenever you eat, that trigger activity tells you that you need to take a certain action. And that action, the new habit that you're trying to form, is you pull out your phone and you snap a picture. So trigger activity, eating food. New habit, snapping a picture of the food. And then we'll build on this and I'll show you what to do with it. Step number 2 is using this application. So here's the application. It's called Voxer. And some of you guys may have used it, but you probably haven't used it like this. Voxer is like a walkie-talkie application. It allows you to share photos. It allows you to text message. It allows you to communicate by voice. But the coolest thing is that when you send someone a voice message, it stores it so that if you're in different time zones, if you're busy at work and like your schedule's free for a little bit and someone else is busy, you can leave them a message and then they can check it when they have availability and then they can respond and then you'll have their message waiting for you in your Voxer, etc. So here's how this app can help you melt fat and keep it off for good. You use Voxer and you get an accountability coach. It doesn't have to be me. You can get a partner. It can be someone else that is invested in this process. I'd recommend it not being a friend or a family member because oftentimes friends and family members, they're good for encouragement, but they don't make the best accountability partners because they're not going to really hold you to what you want to achieve when push comes to shove. They're going to let you off the hook. And that's why it's important to have someone that is also invested in the process, that's either trying to make change themselves or someone that is invested in you and it is their job to make sure that you succeed. And what you do is you take these pictures that you are snapping throughout the day. So let's say you eat 3 meals a day, you pull out your phone, you snap 3 pictures. We're talking 15 seconds. And then at the end of the day, you send your accountability coach or partner pictures of everything that you ate. And that's an agreement that you have between yourself and your accountability coach. So at the end of the day, you send them your pictures and your accountability coach gives you feedback on what you ate, ways that you can improve, if it looks like you were eating the right amount of foods, if it looks like your food selection was on point, all of those things. And then you get that feedback. So this serves a number of different purposes when you're doing this. Not only do you have that increased awareness that we talked about, you're more conscious of the things that you're putting in your body. On top of that, you have a digital food journal. So how many people here have kept a food journal before where you write down everything you eat and you track it and you use that to help make progress? Yeah, a bunch of us. Okay, cool. So a bunch of you guys have done this before. What you have when you use this process is you have a digital food journal. So you've got all of these photos of your meals and you can look back at everything you've eaten. And if you're not getting results, you can troubleshoot why. If you are getting results, you can continue doing what you've been doing. And, you know, Tony Robbins says anything worth doing is worth recording. And this record is absolutely vital to your success. So you've got this digital food journal. And then on top of that, you have your accountability coach, which could be me, it could be somebody else, giving you feedback saying, all right, here's what I would change, here's how I would make improvements so that you're getting the fastest results possible. And on top of all that, this is probably the best part, you have that accountability. You know that whatever you put in your body, because you've made this agreement, you're going to be sharing with somebody else. And if you've ever struggled with making these right decisions, and if you said, hey, I want to lose weight and I want to lose it as fast as possible, but I need something, I need more than just my own willpower. I know that I need extra motivation. I need to have a big stick and a big carrot to motivate me. This is a part of that process. Having that accountability and someone that's going to be reviewing what you've done and really looking out for your best interest is key here. So those are the main benefits of this application, and it's really been revolutionary with our coaching program and the way that I handle with my clients. And you don't need to get involved in my coaching program if you don't want to. You can find someone else that's looking to make these changes. Just make sure they're an expert. If someone's going to be giving you feedback, make sure that they're giving you the right feedback. Otherwise, you might as well go back to reading blogs on the internet for hours and just end up more confused than before. So that's the only thing. You want to make sure that you're acting on information that you know is correct and going to get you the fastest results possible. So you want someone that has a proven track record of success and really knows their stuff. So I think we already covered all of this, why this approach is so powerful. We said it increases your awareness, no more mindless eating. You got your digital food journal, you've got that accountability, and then it allows me to provide feedback and recommendations so that you get the fastest results possible. So these are some of the results that our clients have gotten using this with our high ticket coaching. So Bonnie was able to lose 11 pounds, get a lot more definition, and it's pretty simple. I mean, 30 seconds a day that can produce massive transformational results when you're acting upon the right type of information. And, you know, when questions come up, you're able to ask me questions. You say, hey, Anthony, here's my question, here's my challenge, here's what I've done, what do you think I should do? And then right away, give you that answer you're looking for. Don't have to spend weeks searching the internet. You take action on that and you continue making progress. Angelo lost 109 pounds with this information. So this isn't just for people looking to lose those last 10 pounds. We've had people lose 100 plus pounds with this same process. Joe and Ashley used it to get ready for their Cabo wedding. That was them just last month. So to recap, secret number one, there are hidden issues outside of diet and exercise that are holding you back. Secret number two, eating too little food is even worse than eating too much. And secret number three, the free app on your phone that will make pounds melt and stay away. And how to specifically use that app to get yourself the best results. So once again, let's come back. What's your number? I'd like to know in the questions box, let me know what your number is and if you feel more confident that I can help get you there, that some of the strategies that you've learned today could help get you to that number. Now, it doesn't mean you need to get all the way there with everything that we've learned so far. We've just been here for, 40 minutes or so talking, but yeah, Georgia says 35. Luke says 20. Mary says 20. Lewis says 15. Maybe I eat very healthy. Adriana says reaching for 25. Candida says 50. Now, is that your new cumber? Is that your new number, Candida? Is that where you are now or where you want to be? Because we want to focus on where you want to be. So not where you're at right now. This is the direction that you're heading. Okay, so I want to ask you guys a question. And this is specifically for men and women over 30. Do you want to rapidly lose at least 10 pounds where you need it most and keep that weight off for good? If you do, give me a yes. Let me know. Say yes. Adriana, yes. Lewis, yes. Mary, yes. Jackie, yes. Georgia, yes. Hope, yes. Juan, yes. Justin, yes. Cool. All right, so here's how we're going to do it. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get 60 days of rapid fat loss email coaching from me, $497 value, but that's not all you're going to get. I'm going to help you uncover your hidden health issues. So you're going to get 60 days of rapid fat loss email coaching of $497 value, and you're going to get all of our health assessments, which help to uncover those hidden health issues that go beyond diet and exercise. $300 value, bringing the total value to $797. But that is not all you're going to get. You're also going to get, and here's why our proprietary testing helps to identify what's been keeping you stuck. We identify high cholesterol and heart disease, digestive issues and gut dysbiosis, high blood pressure, acne, eczema, psoriasis, and skin conditions, and in particular, the causes of those issues, anxiety, depression, and cognitive disorders, and how those issues can tie into weight-related struggles, autoimmunity, fibromyalgia, hypothyroidism, adrenal fatigue, blood sugar issues, and diabetes or pre-diabetes, vitamin D deficiency, magnesium deficiency, vitamin A deficiency, and hyperthyroidism. So This proprietary test, this questionnaire that's symptom-based, it's pretty painless for you, but it gives you a tremendous amount of information as to what's going on with your body and why you haven't got results as fast as you should have. So you'll get that included in the program. What else do you need? How about some exercises that you can do at home that burn the most fat? So you're going to get the exercise blueprint, which includes a lot of at-home exercises that burn tremendous amounts of fat, full workouts. You can do them at home. You can do them at the gym. So you'll get 60 days of rapid fat loss email coaching, a $497 value. I'm going to help you uncover your hidden health issues, a $300 value. You're going to get the exercise blueprint, a $247 value, bringing the total value to $1,044. But that's not all. You're also going to get customized calorie and macronutrient targets. So I'm going to help you calculate exactly how much you should be eating, how much fiber, protein, all of that stuff. So you know that when you're eating that amount of food, you're going to get results. I'm going to help you calculate that specific calorie sweet spot that's going to get you the best results. Like, can you imagine how much easier weight loss would be if you have that clarity? If you know that eating this amount of calories is right for you. So many programs out there, they just throw out these arbitrary numbers, 2,000 calorie diet, 1,500 calories to lose weight. And it's different for every person. We all have different body types, different underlying health issues, and that all affects how many calories you should be taking in, how much fiber you should be taking in. And without knowing your specific numbers, it's like you're like throwing darts at a dartboard with the lights off. You need to have that clarity. You need to know what your target is if you're ever going to hit it. Otherwise, you're just kind of, you're driving west towards San Francisco, hoping eventually you get there. But you need that GPS if you ever want to get there. So you're going to get the 60 days rapid fat loss email coaching, a $497 value. We're going to help you uncover your hidden health issues with our proprietary testing, a $300 value. You're going to get the exercise blueprint, giving you some of those exercises that burn the most fat in the least amount of time, and you can do them at home, a $247 value. And you're going to get your customized calorie and macronutrient targets. I'm going to help you calculate those, bringing the total value to $1,244. So I'm going to show you exactly what to eat, when to eat it, how much you need to eat to rapidly lose stubborn body fat. I'll give you a list. These are the foods you want to focus on. Every single one is included. I'll give you a list. I recommend you avoid these foods if you want to get the fastest results. I'll send you pictures of food, what it should look like, what these meals, what a plate of food that's eaten by our clients that get results looks like. And we'll give you tons of these examples so that you can model success and easily apply it to your life. And then when you have your specific customized, personalized number, it's so much easier for you to lose weight. It's like that alone is what most people need to get results, and the reason they're not getting results. So what else do you need? How about some advanced strategies to lose more fat in less time? So I'm going to also include the 7-day weight loss kickstart, which clients have used to lose 20 pounds in 14 days. So the 7-day kickstart includes a preparation diet where I usually have people prepare for the kickstart for about 7 days. And then the actual kickstart itself, in 7 days, I show you how to experience tremendous rapid fat loss, but most importantly, it's healthy fat loss, and it's fat loss that is sustainable. I don't want you losing weight if you're going to gain it back the next week. That doesn't do any of us any good. But if you apply these strategies, your body will detoxify. You'll make changes that help you make the metabolic shift from sugar burner to fat burner, and you will lose more fat in 7 days than you've probably lost on the entire last time you were on a traditional diet program. And the most that we've had anyone lose so far is 20 pounds doing that program. And then on average, most people lose between 7 and 15 pounds. Somewhere in there is reasonable to expect for most people. Now, of course, if you're 7% body fat, you don't want to expect to lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks because you're already pretty close to, you probably already have a six-pack and all that. So it is relative, but on average, people lose 7 to 15 pounds doing the 7-day weight loss kickstart. So you're going to get the 60-day rapid fat loss email coaching, a $497 value. I'm going to help you uncover your head and health issues with our proprietary test, a $300 value. You're going to get the exercise blueprint, a $247 value. I'll help you calculate your customized calorie and macronutrient targets, a $200 value, and you'll get the 7-day weight loss kickstart that's going to help you lose 7 to 20 pounds in just 2 weeks for $97, bringing the total value to $1,341. You're also going to get the Social Life Fat Loss System. So here's the problem with most diets. And give me a yes if you've experienced this. You lose some weight, you get some results, but it's so strict, you can't leave your house, you have no social life, and as soon as you do leave your house, you start gaining weight again, and the weight comes back on. This was a big issue. Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of yeses coming in. That was a big issue that a ton of my clients were experiencing. So I created the Social Life Fat Loss System, which teaches you, once we get your weight down, we need to make this sustainable. We need to make this a lifestyle so that it's something you can do long term, because you don't need a program that you can do for a week or 2 weeks. You need a program that you're like, you know what? I could do this. I could see this being a part of my life, and the small changes that it requires are totally worth it when I look in the mirror and when I wake up in the morning and I feel energized and confident and excited to take on the day. The Social Life Fat Loss System was designed to help make this a lifestyle, to show you if you want to eat some of your favorite foods that you know may not be the healthiest stuff out there, how do you do it and have it have the smallest impact on your weight? That's what this program is all about. If you want to go out for drinks, what types of alcohol are going to have the least impact on your body fat? How do you go out for drinks and not end up at Denny's at 2 a.m. binging on junk food? And these are just examples, but they're real challenges that many of us have faced. How do you have a social life and still look good and be healthy? And finding that balance involves a lot of science. And there are specific advanced strategies that need to be applied if you want to be able to do both. And that's what this program is all about. So you're going to get the 60 days rapid fat loss email coaching, a $497 value. We're going to uncover your hidden health issues, so those issues that go beyond diet and exercise that are keeping you stuck, a $300 value. You're going to get the exercise blueprint, a $247 value. You're going to get your customized calorie and macronutrient targets, a $200 value. You're going to get the 7-day weight loss kickstart, a $97 value, and the Social Life Fat Loss System, a $150 value, bringing the total value to $1,497. And the last thing that you need, I'm going to also include supplements that accelerate fat loss. These are some of my favorite supplements that I personally use to stay lean year-round, and when I need to get ready for vacations, when I have clients, a lot of models need to get ready for photo shoots and be in peak shape, we use these specific supplements to help them get there. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be a model in order to benefit from these natural supplements. They work for everybody just the same. And you can use them whether you have an important event coming up, a vacation, you want to get ready for the beach with summertime. These supplements are easy to take, they're natural, and they help you lose more weight. So it's a $147 value. So we've got the 60-day rapid fat loss email coaching, a $497 value. You're going to be hearing from me every day, getting specific guidance. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, what you need to apply that day in order to get the best results. And it's all laid out strategically. These are exact emails that I've written our high-end clients, the people that have paid thousands of dollars for these exact emails. You're getting them in the sequence that is most effective to help you make these changes in your life. I'm also going to help you uncover those hidden health issues that may be holding you back, $300 value, the exercise blueprint, a $247 value. You're going to get your customized calorie and macronutrient targets, a $200 value, the 7-day weight loss kickstart, a $97 value, the Social Life Fat Loss System, $150 value, and supplements that accelerate fat loss, $147 value, bringing the total value to $1,638. So, and as a bonus giveaway, you're going to get access to our Mastermind Facebook group. So this is where it gets real cool. We are in the process of creating a Facebook group so that all of you guys that get involved in the program today can mastermind together and with me and I can help answer your questions there in the Facebook group, and you can help answer one another's questions because we're all going to be getting this masterclass education in rapid fat loss. You're going to know exactly how to help one another. And someone in the group may be further along than you, and they'll be able to help you out. And then at some point, you may be further along than someone else, and you can help them out. Even more powerful, you'll be able to find somebody in the group that is probably looking for an accountability partner as well. So if you don't have someone in mind and you're like, hey, look, Anthony, I know that you've got some pretty cool results with your high-end clients, but I'm not in a position to do that right now. Maybe I can find somebody in the Facebook group. You link up with someone else that's in that same position, and you two can help each other. And you become each other's accountability partner, and you do daily check-ins with one another and give feedback and help lift each other up. So that's something that's pretty cool that we're going to include as a bonus giveaway because we want you guys to get the best results. And that's also going to be an area where you're going to have access to me. And if you have questions and stuff and there's issues that other people aren't able to help you with, I'll be able to jump in and give you some help. So that's pretty cool too. How many of you guys think that would be helpful to have this group of other people that are doing this with you, have similar goals, and you're able to ask questions, you have other people chime in, and then not just that, but you also have me there where if it's like someone else, if it's something that perhaps falls outside of the expertise of the group, you have me to come in and say, all right, here's what you need to do. Here, we've seen this before. Here's the fastest path towards where you want to go. All right, cool. So I just want to clear up. This is not another diet and fitness program. If you guys haven't got that already, I just want to clear it up one more time. This is not another diet and fitness program. This is this one-on-one coaching program. It's the most effective science-based strategies to rapidly lose 10 pounds of unwanted fat and keep it off permanently. And we incorporate a lot more than just diet and exercise. We help restore your body's natural ability to heal itself so that weight loss becomes effortless. And this program contains collective wisdom from hundreds of athletes, functional medicine doctors, many of which I worked with one-on-one when I was going through my own health crisis, and natural bodybuilders and physique competitors whose job it is to be lean year-round. And we teach those same strategies to you so that you can benefit from that information. You're also benefiting from thousands of hours of weird personal experiments that I've performed myself and unique strategies that you won't find anywhere else. So I've been able to discover the tiniest changes that produce the biggest results, and that's really where you benefit. What's the minimum amount you need to do in order to get the results you want? So who does this work for? Specifically for women and men over 30 who want to lose at least 10 pounds of unwanted fat and keep it off for good. Works great for busy parents and business professionals. People with aches and pains, strains, arthritis, tendonitis, soreness, and stiffness, oftentimes within a week, report 50 to 75% reduction in pain, aches, stiffness. People with fatigue and low energy. You saw Nate's story earlier. He'd come home from work and pass out on the couch. Within a few days, he was amazed at how much better he was feeling. That can be you. I mean, can you imagine if you're feeling this way right now, where you're dragging in the morning, or maybe you're going through a similar experience to what I had, where you sleep 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, and you wake up and you're still tired. And you're like, what's wrong with me? Getting this part of your life handled, you can wake up feeling energized. I'm not bragging about this because I don't condone this behavior, but I got 4 hours of sleep last night. And I'm here hanging out with you guys. I'm feeling a lot better than I should, and it's because I'm applying this stuff on a daily basis. Now, I'm not condoning 4 hours of sleep, and you can bet I'm going to catch up on that. But I'm just saying that would have been unthinkable back when I was not in a good state of health. And that's just an example. So it's also for women who are struggling with hypothyroidism. We see a lot of women that are dealing with thyroid issues, high blood sugar, diabetes, hormonal issues, or menopause-related challenges. A lot of times women either, they have kids or they go through menopause and like everything changes. And there's a lot, weight loss becomes more challenging. And anyone that tells you that it's not is full of shit. There are specific things that need to change and need to be implemented for a woman who is dealing with hypothyroidism, blood sugar issues, hormonal issues, or after menopause in order for her to lose weight. And a lot of people who just think they've tried everything. We've had guys that have been doing the popular caveman style diets combined with the CrossFit type workouts, and they're like, I'm killing myself in the gym. I'm eating nothing but chicken and broccoli, and I'm skinny fat. I've got no muscle, and I've got a gut. What's going on? And if you feel like you've tried everything, I'm here to tell you it's not your fault, and we can work through it. There is a better way. So here's what people are saying about the program. Jessica Blagayich, you can we'll just kind of go through her before and afters. If you guys want to read some of the testimonials, you can. Jessica was able to lose 74 pounds with this information. She was afraid she was going to lose her job. Jessica works in the beauty industry. She's in the beauty industry, and particularly on the sales side, and she thought she was going to get canned because of her physical appearance. So we got her on the program. We helped her lose 74 pounds. She moved out to California, adopted a healthy lifestyle. She's loving her life out there, feeling great, and doing better than ever. Justin Steinberg said, I feel better than I've ever felt. He lost 28 pounds with the program. Aldrich Talon, I feel so much more confident, lost 60 pounds with the program. Michael Cooper, I've lost 50 pounds and I feel amazing. You can see the before and afters there. Mike Flores, I'm getting leaner every week. You can see a pretty substantial difference in his body just in incorporating some of these strategies. Bill Narowski said, you've turned my life around. He lost 80 pounds with the program. Bill was a little self-conscious about pictures, so that's the best one he was willing to send in. But Bill lost 80 pounds. I think he was up to like 90 plus with the program last I talked to him. And then this one's from Michael. He said, Anthony's helped me more than anyone. I've lost 2 to 3 inches in my waist, and I'm pain-free. Michael's issue was not weight. He came to me for pain management because he was in his early 30s in so much pain that he couldn't go on a 1-hour car ride without it knocking him out of commission for days. And within a few weeks of working together, he felt virtually pain-free. Sent me a picture of him playing basketball the other day for the first time in almost 10 years. So can you, if you're someone out there and you're experiencing pain right now, whether it's daily pain or pain every week, can you imagine within a matter of weeks making some small changes that can allow you to go from waking up in pain and struggling with that throughout the entire day to being virtually pain-free and being able to move, and go from not being able to ride in a car for an hour without it knocking you out of commission for a matter of days to being able to play basketball? It's such a dramatic contrast that it almost sounds not believable, but that's exactly what our clients are experiencing. Rebecca was on food stamps. She invested the last of her money in the program, then told me afterwards. So I started recommending what groceries she needed to get, and she's like, we got to work with what I got because I'm out of money. So we worked with what she had. She's lost 60 plus pounds. You can see a pretty big difference in her before and after there. And I mean, she's still making progress today. These are all of our clients are like, because this is a lifestyle program, it's not like, hey, I lost weight, I took an after picture, and then I gained it all back. This is about lifelong change. And if you want to really lose this weight and keep it off and do it in a way that's sustainable and enjoyable and even fun in some cases, this is what it's all about. Greg lost 50 pounds with almost zero formal exercise. He didn't like working out, but he just changed his lifestyle and dropped 50 pounds. And this is one of my favorite stories. So this is little 11-year-old Nico. Came to me 150 pounds. He had no friends, depressed, being made fun of at school. He couldn't run. So you have this, let me paint this picture for you. You have this kid, and I've always considered it a birthright of children to be able to run and play and have friends and enjoy recess. And those are all freedoms that Nico didn't have. He was living alone, a solitary lifestyle. He was depressed. He was overweight. So we made some changes. We helped him lose 35 pounds. You can see in the before and after picture there, pretty big difference. So he got down to 115 pounds. He started making new friends at school. He started playing basketball and working out. And the coolest part's coming up. You're going to love this video. Now he says he loves his life. And he inspires other kids at school and on social media. He teaches other kids how to eat healthy. He shares this information that I shared with him with other people. And that's how we're going to impact 100 million people. It's not like I can coach 100 million people or doing these these online trainings for a few thousand people is going to get me to 100 million. I know that. It's by me and you working together and you changing your life and then you inspiring other people and they're saying, hey, what'd you do? Like, how'd you get those type of results? And then you helping them. And like, that's how you become a beacon of change and hope and really have an impact on this world. It starts with us. It starts with you and me today making this change. So here's a picture of little Nico today. Check this out. You're going to love it. Maybe you'll love it if it plays. Well, oh man, doesn't look like the video of Nico's playing. It's a bummer. Try one more time. Ah, all right. Well, that stinks. It's pretty awesome. Basically, you see that weight there. Nico rolls up, power cleans it, takes the weight from the ground, shoots it up over his head. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever gotten from a client. So here's my question for you, and give me a yes if you are feeling this. Would you like to be one of these success stories? Would you like to start burning serious body fat, have more energy, and look years younger? If you would, give me a yes in the questions box. Let me know, like, if this is something that you want to change and you're ready to make this change, give me a yes. So there's a hard way and there's an easy way. The hard way, this is what I've gone through. This is probably what some of you guys have gone through, is choking down health foods, protein drinks, bars, and pills that you think are healthy, but they're actually making you fat and less healthy. I was actually with a client this morning and was telling me about one of the programs that he was on that was just shipping him shakes and vitamins every month. He was spending $300 a month, and so $3,600 a year just on shakes and vitamins, and wasn't getting results. We started working out, and like within a few days, he told me yesterday he felt superhuman, which I thought was pretty funny. But anyway, so then you can get more strict with your diet, which pretty much just leads to frustration, starvation, and deprivation. It compromises the long-term sustainability of your program. Gym memberships, like the Chicago CrossFit in town, $2,400 a year minimum. I think it's even more than that now, but it was over $200. It's probably more. You can do dangerous extreme workouts, which high risk of injury. Then you get injured and you can't do anything. So then you're sidelined for 6-8 weeks minimum. And then we all know what happens when you get injured. Start putting on weight. It gets harder and harder to lose. And then there's the doctor's visits, the laboratory testing, the books, wasted time. I mean, that's the biggest one, is wasted time. Like, your money replenishes itself. We have, we get paid, we spend money, and then 2 weeks later we get another paycheck, and like our money replenishes. We get, we're tired, we work hard during the day, we go to sleep, wake up the next morning, we've got more energy. Like, our energy replenishes. When you waste time, like once you spend time, that time is gone. You spend weeks and months reading the internet, trying different things, finding out, all bouncing from program to program that doesn't work. You're wasting time that you're never going to get back. Like, that's the biggest cost of all this stuff. And then it's not just like the metaphorical cost. Like, doing this and trying to go at it alone, it cost me over $100,000 to figure out what was wrong with me, to find my hidden infection, and then to treat it. Cost me over $100,000. It was my life savings. Like, everything that I had saved up went to getting better. Completely wiped me out. So hopefully none of you guys have to go through that. All right. So if all this did was show you how to quickly lose 10 pounds and keep it off for good so that you feel happier and more confident, would it be worth it? If all this did was show you how to dramatically increase your energy so that you wake up in the morning excited to jump out of bed and you don't have to rely on stimulants to get through the day, would it be worth it? If all this did was teach you exactly what you should eat to melt fat and fire up your metabolism so that you burn fat faster and you get off the sidelines and into the game of life, you start living again, would it be worth it? I mean, that's my question for you. That's the question. I mean, I'm asking you guys, would that be worth it? So I had two choices when I was doing this. The first option was to go as cheap as possible, sell as many as possible, and it wouldn't really incentivize me to stack the value. And the second option, it requires a little bit higher investment, but in exchange, I can devote more resources and guarantee your success. So here's my question. What is a better body and more confidence worth to you? I mean, ask yourself that right now. What is it worth to you to have a better body and more confidence? Like, How important is it to you to make this change? Is it $5,000? Is it $10,000? Is it more? I mean, how much would you pay to finally shed those nagging health issues that are weighing you down? How much would you pay to wake up in the morning with energy, to get rid of your hypothyroidism, your adrenal fatigue, to fix those digestive problems, to get your blood sugar back within normal range, to make those changes that are necessary for your body to function the way that it is naturally meant to function? And in doing that, help you finally get the weight off. Imagine what your life would be like with more energy and better sleep, a happier tummy, and a brighter mood. So as I mentioned, my journey cost me over $100,000 and lots of time. You can see my before and afters there, but I feel better than ever before, and I'm in better shape than I was in my 20s. And to be honest, like if I had to do it all over again, I would spend $100,000 in a second, because to me, even though it was all the money I had at the time, when you have your health, you can rebuild, you can make more money. But if you have all the money in the world and you don't have your health, that's not something you can buy. And so to me, it's like there's no better investment than my health. But again, it's like, what is it worth to you? So you can see why people are paying $8,000, even up to $15,000 for these advanced techniques, and to have me personally coach them for 12 months. I mean, just look at 1 year of traditional weight loss programs like Nutrisystem, Weight Watchers, and Jenny Craig, $7,600 or more a year, depending on how much you're eating. Liposuction, just in the hips, outer thighs, and butt, like just those three areas, $9,200 for one visit. A mid-range treadmill, like a decent treadmill, almost $10,000. A personal trainer for 3 times a week. And this is like a decent personal trainer at just under $100 a session. We have trainers in Chicago that are $150 for an hour. So this is like a good trainer, but not top of the line. $15,600 a year. Gastric bypass surgery, $22,000. So just putting in perspective, like some of the other options out there and what people are paying for these things. So you can see why it's a good deal at $1,638, or why the general public pays $497 for the same package to get these emails from me that are going to my high-end clients and teaching them exactly what they need to know. They get access to that information, they apply it, they get the same results. But because you're special and because we're doing a program where we're trying to get even more testimonials and more case studies so that we can reach and inspire more people, you can get started today for just $197, or we've made 3 monthly payments of just $79. So, and we've also made 6-month financing available. So even if you want, if you don't want to make any payments or pay any interest for 6 months, I'll show you how to do that too. So you're getting everything that we talked about today for just $197. And we're applying that discount for the next 30 minutes. So you're basically getting a $497 program, getting another $300 off. And if you want, you can make 3 payments of $79. 6-month financing, as I mentioned, is available. And to get started, just go to healthblueprintwebinar.com. We've got 2 packages there. I was putting the page up like right until the minute that we got on this webinar, making sure it was ready for you guys, because I wanted to be able to get as many of you started with this and enrolled as possible so that you can start losing weight and start feeling better as soon as tonight. And the way that it works is as soon as you go to healthblueprintwebinar.com, you can pull that up in a new tab. You can pull it up on your phone, whatever's easier. It is mobile friendly. We've got a couple different packages there. You can pick your package. You can get enrolled, and I can see some of you guys are already starting to get enrolled, which is awesome. I love it. And you can pick your package. You can get enrolled, and you will immediately get an email from me with some of the first steps and the most important information that you can take action on immediately to start losing that first 10 pounds. So here's one of my favorite quotes from Tim Ferriss, who's a 3-time #1 best-selling author and angel investor. He says, "For all of the most important things, the timing always sucks. Conditions are never perfect. Someday is a disease that will take your dreams to the grave with you." Listen to that again. Someday is a disease that will take your dreams to the grave with you. If it's important to you and you want to do it eventually, just do it now. So now you have two choices. Your first option, you can do nothing. You cannot take the leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free, and I'll explain that in just a second. And the second option is you can make a small investment today compared to all the value that you'll get in return and just give it a shot. If you're ready to get started, go to thehealthblueprintwebinar.com now. Get enrolled. Let's get connected. Let me start helping you make these changes in your life. Let's get these issues fixed. Let's get you losing weight. And let's get you losing weight not in a way that's going to have the weight come off and then come back on. Let's do it in a way that's sustainable long term that you can stick with. And the truth of the matter is, if I can't help you lower your body fat and feel years younger, then I don't deserve your money and I don't want it. So here's why you don't risk a penny. You've got a 100% money back guarantee. So if you sign up today, give the program your own personal test run. If you don't get real results, if you don't feel like the program lived up to our promise for any reason, and I don't care if it's 59 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes from now, just let me know and I'll give you your money back. Okay, all right. Sorry, I was getting a notification from the GoToWebinar. And we'll give you your money back. All we ask is that you try the program. So for 28 days, you spend 30 seconds taking pictures of your food. And that's it. If you're not happy with your results, if you don't lose weight the way that you want to lose weight, if I don't help you get from your before picture to that after picture, to that number that you've got circled on your paper right now, then I don't want your money. But just show me that you ate the right stuff, and happy to give you your money back. Even if you don't like the way that I coach and you did get results, do it for 28 days. If you want your money back, I'll still give you your money back. I mean, I want to help you. I want people to be happy, and I want this to transcend far beyond just our coaching relationship. All right. So yeah, get started now. Go to healthblueprintwebinar.com. Here's the real question. Is it worth gambling a few minutes to check this out? And I mean, even if just a portion of what I've claimed this program does occurs, isn't it worth it? I mean, it'll save you thousands of dollars over your lifetime, and it'll ensure you don't waste another minute on the wrong information. So again, to recap what you're going to get 60 days rapid fat loss email coaching, a $497 value. I'm going to help you uncover your hidden health issues with our proprietary health assessment testing, a $300 value. You're going to get the exercise blueprint, a $247 value, the customized calorie and macronutrient targets, a $200 value, the 7-day weight loss kickstart, $97 value, the social life fat loss system, $150 value, and supplements that accelerate fat loss, $147 value, bringing the total value to $1,638. And you're going to get all of that for just $197, or 3 payments of $79. So to get started now, you go to healthblueprintwebinar.com. Choose the package that's right for you, and let's get enrolled. So earlier, I also promised that I was going to show you how to get thicker, more beautiful hair, skin, and nails, and secrets that you can use to slash pounds of fat and build rock-solid lean muscle. And I also showed you how I was going to help you increase your body's most powerful anti-aging hormone, HGH, by 1,300% in women and 2,000% in men. So let's start with that one, and then we'll get to the other two. So this study from Intermountain Medical Center Heart Institute found that when men and women fasted for a specific period of time in a specific way, they were able to precipitate a 2,000% increase in circulating HGH. And women who did the same thing had a 1,300% increase in HGH. Now, there are different ways to apply the information from this study, and there are a number of other studies that have information that illustrates the benefits of fasting. The amount of time that it should be applied, that a fast should take place, varies per person. So that's why I'm not saying that everyone should not fast for the same amount of time. It depends on your genes, your health status, and your individual goals. But for many people, incorporating fasting in some fashion into their weight loss regimen can boost your body's most powerful anti-aging hormone, burn more fat, and help you get better results. So, and what we're going to do to really kick things off, for the first 50 people that get involved today, we're going to include fast action bonus number 1, how to get thicker, more beautiful hair, skin, and nails, included free. You're going to get how to slash pounds of fat and build rock solid lean muscle at the same time, included free. You're going to get how to heal your gut. So if you've been dealing with any of those digestive issues, I'm going to show you some of the natural antimicrobials, herbal botanicals, the best probiotics, all of that stuff that you need to get your gut moving in the right direction and start getting rid of some of those problems. And you're going to get fast action bonus number 4, my 3 magic pills that fire up your metabolism, all included free. So that's just for the first 50 people, and we've been having a bunch of people come in and sign up already. I don't know where we're at exactly, but if you want to get those bonuses and you want to have them included free, head over to healthblueprintwebinar.com, choose the package that's right for you, sign up, get involved. Let's get you started tonight, and let's get you making progress right now. And as I mentioned, if you don't want to make any payments or pay any interest for 6 full months, we've got PayPal credit available. So on the checkout page down at the bottom, and just make sure this is there, because this is what we were, I'm in, let's do this. Yes. Awesome. All right. Very cool. I love it. Just make sure this is there, because we were putting the PayPal credit button up for you guys. A lot of people ask, they're like, hey, what if I want to finance this for 6 months and not have to make any payments or pay any interest? So we got the PayPal credit button up on there for you guys. So if you go to healthblueprintwebinar.com, check and make sure that you see the button there. The PayPal buy now button is up and it's functioning, and it's down at the bottom in between the different package options. And if you click that, it'll take you to PayPal. It'll allow you to get the program and not make any payments or pay an interest for 6 full months, which is pretty awesome. So step number 1, open up your internet browser and go to healthblueprintwebinar.com. I suggest doing this on your computer. You don't even need to keep the training open right now. If you know you want to get started, let's focus on getting you results. And you've had enough free information. It's time to get information that is meant for you and customized for you and going to get you real results that you can put into action. So I would even say open up healthblueprintwebinar.com, close the webinar, and get started. Let's get you enrolled, and let's get you losing weight. Let's get that first 10 pounds off, and then we can go from there. We can start working through some of those other challenges that you want to get rid of. So step 1, open up a new tab in your internet browser and go to healthblueprintwebinar.com. And just to make sure that the page is up and it's working fine, because we were doing this right down to the wire, please go there now. Just make sure the page looks like this. I threw up a quick screenshot. It was like 6:59 when I was putting this slide in. So make sure the page looks like this and everything is working properly. Again, that buy now button at the bottom, that's the PayPal button with the financing. Step number 2, select your package. So do you want the pay in full, which saves you $40? Do you want to do the monthly payments of just $79? Select your package, or you can do the PayPal financing, and then select your package and fill out the short checkout form. It's pretty easy. It takes less than 60 seconds. You can probably do it in 30 seconds if you type fast. And we accept all credit cards. And again, 6-month PayPal financing is available. So to get started now, go to healthblueprintwebinar.com. And we're going to do a Q&A at the end too for anybody that has questions that you'd like me to answer. I'll do my best to help with those. Step number 3, once you're done filling out the checkout form, click the Submit Order button. And that's it. As soon as your enrollment is complete, you'll immediately receive an email from me with instructions so that we can get you connected right away and making progress and get you all that information that you need. So to get started, go to healthblueprintwebinar.com, and you can get started now for just $197. Like, this is, everybody else has to pay $497 for this. We're trying to get more people involved in the program so that you can be a success study. Like, I want you to be a success story so that you can share that story with other people, and that if you're cool with it, we can share your story and we can inspire other people like you that are, that want to make this change, and they're like, wow, all these people have done this. All right, cool. I'm in. Let's make this change happen. So everything you're going to get the 60-day rapid fat loss email coaching, $497 value. These are the same emails that I send our high-end clients that are paying $8,000 plus for 12 months of coaching with me. We're going to help you uncover your hidden health issues, a $300 value, the exercise blueprint, $247 value. All those exercises you can do at home. I'll even include exercise videos that you can do. Like, if you want a video that you can do in the morning just to get a little easy workout in, or even when you come home from work, you let me know. I'll get you some of that. customized calorie and macronutrient targets, so you know exactly how much to eat, what foods to eat, when to eat them. The 7-day weight loss kickstart, which in and of itself can help you lose. We had a client lose 20 pounds in the 14-day program. So in the preparation diet and the kickstart, he lost 20 pounds. Most people lose 7 to 15, which is pretty awesome. Like if that's weight that you keep off, which it is, that's pretty substantial. The Social Life Fat Loss System, which shows you how to make all this stuff sustainable and how to transition it into a healthy lifestyle so that you're not just doing this for a week or a month and then going right back to, eating, doing everything the way that you were and having the weight come back on. We're making this a permanent change, and I'll show you how to do that. And I'll also show you how to go out and still enjoy some drinks and have a social life and enjoy some of your favorite foods. And then you'll also get supplements that accelerate fat loss. $147 value, bringing the total value to $1,638. And you can get started today for just $197, or 3 monthly payments of $79. And 6-month financing is available too. So to get started, just go to healthblueprintwebinar.com. You can open up a new tab. You can open up a new window. You can close the webinar and jump on that. And yeah, if you still have questions, I'm going to stick around for a Q&A. So you can email support@thehealthblueprint.com, but a lot of times it's easier just to talk to me here while you've got me on the webinar, and we've got the $300 discount for another 16 minutes. So let's chat, let's connect, and write this down. So just because we were down to the wire putting all this together for you, if you're having any trouble ordering, and text your order to 847-989-3743. Let me know what package you're trying to get. And just make sure that I receive it in time so that we can get you the discount and everything. And I'll still honor the discounted price, and I'll help you get started with that. We'll do it that way. So, all right, now let's open up the form for questions and answers. And if you guys have questions, now is the time to ask, and I'll do my best to answer them and help you guys out. So, what questions do we have? Mary says, how do the payments work? All right, so the payment plan works where it's $79 a month for 3 months. And so build $79 a month, once a month for 3 months, and then that's it. Then it stops. It's like nothing recurring or anything like that. And then the PayPal works where it's pay in full, but you don't have to make any payments or interest for a full 6 months, which is really cool. So it allows you to get started, make these changes, and most of you will save more than you would even invest in the program just by eliminating a lot of the foods that you're eating right now that you think are healthy that are actually keeping you fat. And that change alone is going to save you more than you would even invest in this program. Like if you're drinking protein shakes, if you've got protein powders, the odds of them not helping you are pretty high. Like again, protein powders there's a very select few that I recommend with clients, and there's no incentive there. It's just because there's a select few that work, especially for people that have struggled with weight loss. And most of the time my clients come and they're like, hey, this is what I'm drinking. What do you think of it? And I look at the ingredients and I'm like, oh, no, get rid of it. You're better off doing nothing than drinking that. So the money that you will save by focusing on eating the right foods that is going to improve your health and help you lose weight will more than cover what you invest in the program today. So that's pretty cool too. Other questions? Anything else that we've got going on that I can help with? I'm here. I'm happy to help. Are you single? Yes, I am single. What else? All right, so Adriana asks, are your plans customized by gender or are they specifically customized for everyone? So Adriana, we work with women and men. The vast majority of our clients are women. So we customize the programs based on the individual. It's not like women should do this and men should do this, because that's just a different version of trying to put everybody into the same genetic or the same generic diet program. So what we do is we look at the individual and we use some strategies from medical doctors, physique competitors, natural bodybuilders to calculate your individual targets. How many calories you need to eat to burn fat. We look at those health issues to find other compounding factors that may be keeping you stuck, keeping you from getting the fastest results possible. And we let you know what those are, and then we tell you what your customized targets are, so you know exactly how much to eat, when to eat those foods, what foods to eat, etc. And that's how the program works. So most of our clients are women that apply this information, but we work with a ton of men too, and it works for both of them. We customize it based on the individual, not necessarily like this is a woman, this is a man. You are very welcome.